fellow Star Wars fans, it is Star Raptor coming at you with my review for Season 2 of Star Wars Resistance. This is a spoiler-free review for Season 2, but I have to talk about spoilers for Season 1 if I'm talking about this season. This is also noted to be the final season for Star Wars Resistance. So this season is basically the Colossus on the move after they were able to escape the First Order on Castlon. They're trying to find their way in the galaxy with Captain Doza, with the characters of Tor Doza, with Kaz, with Yeager. They're all there, but then in the same token, we also have Tam Ravora, who also is now part of the First Order. So there's really a two-pronged approach to the storytelling in this season, and it's how the Colossus people are going to survive out there against the First Order. So this season was pretty good. We left off in a high note for Season 1, and it really just jumped into that those events with The Force Awakens. So this season really takes place in between the events of The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker. So starting things off, really seeing that world building going on, really seeing the amount of the First Order controlling the galaxy. And when these episodes aired, it was before we seen the Rise of Skywalker. So this was really our first kind of territory into those unknown regions in that year between episodes 8 and 9. So it was nice being able to see all those pieces kind of filling in the gaps there. Kaz as the main character, he was a lot more likable in these 18 episodes of Season 2. We really did see him grow to be more confident, less clumsy, but keep in mind this is an animated show on the Disney Channel, so there's plenty of hijinks that ensue throughout this season. But yeah, he becomes a leader in his own right, a leader that stands for the people. Tam Ravora is my favorite thing about Season 2 of Star Wars Resistance. Like I said in the beginning of this review, she is taken under the wing of the First Order. It's under her own decisions at the end of Season 1 that pivot her toward this entire new outlook for her life, becoming a TIE pilot and really moving through the ranks of the First Order along with her friend Jace Rucklin. But yes, the conflict that is going through her, the way that the season is able to juggle her storyline with Kaz is the highlight of this final season of Star Wars Resistance. And the action also stepped up quite a bit. We have lots of dogfighting with the Aces, with lots of other forces in there that are mixed in. Lots of stuff, infantry, ground battle, stuff that was a lot more epic in scale that we've haven't seen yet for this series. The animation still holds up. If you're a fan of the animation from Season 1, you're really going to enjoy this. There's lots of vibrancy, I could say, especially with some of the planets I don't want to spoil, but there's lots of vibrancy and really colors that pop with this certain palette. It's definitely different from Star Wars Rebels and Star Wars Clone Wars, but it's unique, and that I do appreciate. And finally, it deals with very heavy plots that we haven't really experienced with the first season of Star Wars Resistance, so definitely be prepared for that. It does go into some territory that I didn't expect for, again, a show that is more catered to the kids, but is really all audiences welcome. Getting into the negatives, I will say there are so many episodes here that felt worthless, that felt like they were just put in there as if there was going to be multiple more seasons of this show coming out. But the fact that this is the final season and there were several episodes in the middle of this season that, now having seen the full season, they were unfortunately useless episodes. They just had a side story, lots of monsters. That's another negative. There were so many episodes with monsters and different things like that that just didn't really make sense. And it really, looking back now, really bothers me because there should have been more closure for the final episode of Season 2. I believe that strongly, especially with this being the final season of this series. They're putting in episodes that I feel like they knew that they had more seasons to come, so like, let's put in a couple fun episodes. Oh wait, we're not doing a Season 3. Because that's really my perspective on it, is they could have filled in more consequential episodes if we're only gonna have a short episode of 8, short episode span of 18 episodes. The first season one was, I believe, 22, 23, something like that. And just, this is not really having to do with the show itself, but more of the promotion and the marketing. There was basically zero marketing, and it was almost like Disney and Lucasfilm were just pushing this show out on a weekly basis to the point where they're airing episodes like that first week that the Rise of Skywalker came out during the release of The Mandalorian, which completely overshadowed this series. And there was no hiatus, no break. It seems like Lucasfilm and Disney just kind of wanted to rush out the season to get it over with. And that's just really sad, because you look at all the people that are involved with this series, like Christopher Sean and all the other actors are on Twitter, Steve Stanton, going out, doing the Lord's work of really promoting their series, doing a much better job than unfortunately Star Wars itself is doing to promote this thing. So with that being said, I'm going to have to give Star Wars Resistance Season 2 a score of a 7.5 out of 10. The first season I thought was the best season of any Star Wars animation to date, and unfortunately I think Season 2 of Star Wars Resistance is the weakest of any Star Wars television seasons I have ever experienced. Just really bittersweet, because I know that there could have been many more stories and they had to cut it short here for whatever reason. If they told the story in a complete way, yes, they do finish the story in a satisfying way, but obviously there could have been more stories, and that's just the end of the matter there. So what do you guys think of Star Wars Resistance Season 2? Let's talk about it in the comment section below. If you're just finding this video out, I have episode reviews for every specific episode for Season 1 and 2 for Star Wars Resistance. If you like my reviews, do make sure to subscribe to the channel, because I will be doing weekly The Clone Wars Season 7 reviews on this channel the same way, the same format I do it for Resistance. If you like that format, what I had to say, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and do hit that notification icon, so that way you'll know when future Star Wars videos go live. That's going to do it for me, Star Raptor. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also included 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at StarRaptor.